It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Indianapolis Colts. All that and more, coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But what he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
Second and 7. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Now Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's gonna get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Richardson. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Open man downfield, it's Pittman. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Richardson. Catch made. That's Woods. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he will dive into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Rams offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt the 1st time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, L.A.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man is Robinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Nice combination of vision, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Williams. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Stafford. This one is caught by Robinson. And he will score. Demarcus Robinson. Touchdown, L.A.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Josh Downs now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. On play action, Richardson. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Here's a 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Richardson gonna look to throw. He's got his man. That's down. 11 yards on the pass there. That's good for a Colts first down. They'll go play action. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Roseboom. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Rams offense headed back to take over once more. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Now to bootleg with Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Richardson. Taking off. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Makes the score Rams 14, Colts 7.
The The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll motion over Pierce. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Pass right side to Downs. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Putting the tight end in motion. A run with Taylor. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Taylor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Richardson. He's got the big man, Mo Alley Cox. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. To throw, it's Richardson. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target.
What that play call tells me is that play caller made up his mind. We're on 3rd and inches. If we don't get it, we're going for it on 4th down. So he really treated that 3rd down like 2nd down. They worked the outside part of the field. Simple pitch and catch. It's a nice pickup.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
It's a loss of 8.
Remember what this defense told us in our meetings this week, Mike. They don't think that they're necessarily going to be able to just stifle this offense play after play. They might have to give a little bit of bend, but they can't break. That sack, that is the defense not breaking. Down there near your own goal line, come away with the big play and see if they can keep points off the board.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
From the gun, Richardson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Indy.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Now Gay for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Colts will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Cup in motion. He'll try to run for it with Williams. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Here's Ethan Evans now as he is on to punt for the Rams. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. That one complete to Pierce. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
1st and 10. Now Richardson. That's to the left side and taken in by Downs. Now, faking the give. They go right back to downs. He's got it again. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Richardson. And he's into the end zone. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Indianapolis. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Gay to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Colts have broken the deadline as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll throw it left and has his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll locate Kupp. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll take a shot downfield, looking for Cup. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 37 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Stafford to throw again. Hupp brings it in left side. And he will get into the end zone. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Rams.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Cardi now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams will even the score. It's now 21-all. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's Richardson. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Richardson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. He'll take a deep shot for downs. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball, and that's what he's done in this one. On first down, they'll start with Taylor, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Richardson to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Off he goes. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up 3rd down. On play action, Richardson. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Allen Pierce. Touchdown, Colts.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Now Gay for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts go up by 7, 28-21. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Here comes Cooper Kupp and the rest of the LA offense set for this next Rams possession. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see them miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Here's Stafford now on second down. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
This one taken in by Parkinson. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
The motion man is Nakua. To the air again, Stafford. That is caught. It's Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Once you get down into this part of the field, most teams call it the red area. You have to finish by capitalizing with 6 points. Anything less than that feels like a little bit of a letdown. And after that sack, their chances of coming away with 6 get a lot more difficult.
Off play action. It's Stafford. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. But take you back to earlier and some highlights in this one. He had success throwing it, but also success running it, including that rushing touchdown. He has been the unquestioned leader of this offense on the field today. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Now he'll run.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Rams offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. It's another run here for Williams. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Richardson will give it to Taylor. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Richardson. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. In motion comes Pittman. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
2nd and 11. Richardson gonna look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. He is going to have a Colts 1st down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. To throw, it's Richardson. That's to the left side and taken in by Downs. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. Looking to throw, Richardson. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Anthony Richardson, touchdown, Indy. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. That's out quick. It's Cup on the RPO. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Cup in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. trailing late. They've got to go here. It's 4th down. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh...
To the goal line and in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, when you've given up this many points, you're going to get quite the workload with your return units, and that's a really good effort right there. I mean, it's going to get lost anytime you have a one-sided game like this, but that's great determination on that run back.
Play action now for Stafford. That is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Zaire Franklin. And the Colts will take over here just past the 30.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Colts offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. Not much happening there. Just a short game.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9. On the give, this is Taylor. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor.
Taylor again the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Colts about set to punt. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To throw on 2nd down, Stafford. That's to Robinson. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
We spend so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they will finally run him down.
The offense is able to land a big blow there, and I think what happened defensively, Mike, is just everyone was not on the same page. And when you do that at this level, the good offenses, they're going to make you pay for it. They've got to clean up those mistakes, make the offense have to earn everything they get.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, it's Stafford. Right back to Williams. They connect again.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
To the air again, Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Stafford to throw again. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. This caught, and he's in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Rams are able to cut into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. They go right back to Taylor. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. Third and long. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
On the punt for the Colts. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. they'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
One last throw here for Stafford. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line. So it's a win for the Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.